So it's a beautiful day and I wanted to get out here and take part in the Garden Tool Challenge. I saw it on the Quebec Homestead and wanted to take part. So I'm out here in my garden and I just wanted to share with you guys my absolute favorite garden tool. If this thing broke, I will go buy one tomorrow without any hesitation. Plus, we have some beans to plant. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kiri and I'm just a city girl who wishes she was a country girl who is currently living in the burbs. And on this channel we talk about all things micro homesteading, from growing indoors hydroponically to growing outdoors in the garden, and other ways to become more self-sufficient and to reduce your reliance on the grocery store. So if that is your thing, or if you would like that to be your thing, then go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you will know when I post videos in the future. But that's enough about that, and I have some beans to plant, which is a perfect opportunity to show off my favorite garden tool. So this is the only space left in my raised beds, and this is where we're going to plant the beans. I already have peppers, some carrots coming back from last year, potatoes. In this bed we've got tomatoes, some basil, more tomatoes, garlic, and we have some onions, radishes, which are almost done, beetroots, and these gorgeous cattle panels that we just put up, which are still in need of some things growing on them. And then we have that hot mess over there. That is where our deck used to be, and we took it down, and now I have to deal with that. It will look very different soon, but for now it's just a hot mess. Okay, so I have been soaking these since last night. It's good to soak beans before you plant them. It just helps to plump them up and aid with germination. Okay, so let's take these red swan bush beans out to the garden, and I will get to show you my favorite garden tool. Honestly guys, this is the tool. If it broke tomorrow, I would go buy another one. I've already bought these for friends. I love it. I will put the link down in the description below in case you want to get one for yourself. But it's a seeding square. So that's the one that I have. If you look on Pinterest, you can find DIY versions of this. I just bought this one. I just like that it was all done, and don't leave it outside. That's what I did. But it has color coding. So the ones around the edge were the red, and I need another hand. So these were the red ones, these were the yellow ones, these were the blue ones, and then there is the one in the center. And basically what it does is it tells you the ideal spacing for doing square foot gardening. So I find it's really useful in the raised beds. I find that as a micro homesteader, it does let me grow the most that I can in the space that I have, and so far it's working. This year I'm pushing the boundaries by also adding in some multi-sowing with that, so I'm playing around with the recommended spacing to figure out what works for me in my garden. But I just love this thing. Like, seriously, I drag it around everywhere, and it's usually left outside, which I would not suggest, but it's usually there, so it's always right there for me to grab because I use it constantly. So the other thing that I did this year for the first time is I used straw for my mulch. This was actually one of the neighbors had it out for their Halloween decorations, and when they put it out on garbage day, I shamelessly ran across the road in my pajamas and grabbed it because I wanted to try it. So far I'm liking it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it all out of the way so that I have access to the soil, and then I'll get these beans in. Okay, so this is going to go a lot quicker if I use two hands, so I'm going to do that, and then I'll just show you guys the cleared space. Okay, so the straw kept it pretty weed-free. There's a couple of weeds in there, but for the most part, it's pretty good. Once the space is clear, all you're going to do, and this is also why I love it, it works perfectly in a raised bed because you've got your nice 90-degree corners, so you can snug it in, and then you're going to take your handy-dandy depth marker, and then based on whatever you're planting, you're going to use the appropriate holes. So the red ones represent 16 per square foot, the yellows are 9 per square foot, reds are 4 per square foot, and then the center is going to be for the 1 per square foot for the bigger items. So for the beans, I'm gonna use the yellow and I'm gonna go at 9 per square foot. After your first square is done, you just move it on over. Just move it over and then mark off your holes again. And then just keep going across the whole area that you need to seed. All perfectly spaced out. I love it. So that's the first row done, and I don't want to lose track of anything, so I have my garden planner that I'm going to use. So I've done 1 and 2 were the red swan bean, so we'll put that down. Red swan. And then for the other 2 squares, I did the black turtle bean, so I'll put that down here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these all planted. The other thing that's neat is so you don't lose the depth meter and hole poker. It's magnetic and it just clips in there, which is handy. So that's it, beans are in. You guys know my favorite garden tool, the seeding square. Look at that. This is what gardening is like, dirty. So hopefully you guys found that helpful. So if you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up because YouTube loves that and it helps me reach more people. So until next time, don't forget to go out there and enjoy the little things and make food grow. Bye guys.